The following is part one of a two-part series with Shannon Tripp from the Montcalm Area Career Center. Welcome to the Discover Montcalm podcast, where we're going to take a look at the communities, the businesses, the attractions, and the people that make up Montcalm County. Hello, my name's Dwayne, and I'm the host of Discover Montcalm, and today I have Shannon Tripp. She is the Assistant Superintendent for the CTE program at the Montcalm Area Career Center. That's kind of a long title, and I forgot to add early college into that as well.
Yes, there's a backslash.
You got a lot of things that you do. So let's jump right into it. What is career technical education, and why is it important in 2023?
All right. Well, it's important. It's been important for a long time. So, especially important in certain years because we sometimes see a big pendulum swing where students start to gravitate toward four-year university, and so then that leaves us a big hole in that skilled trade area. So career technical education is anything that you think of that's kind of a blue-collar, skilled trade type job. And some of that, there's a little bit of gray area because we do have some programs here at Montcalm Area Career Center that do require some college training beyond what they do in high school. But many of our programs, you can leave high school with an industry recognized certification and go right into the workforce. And that's kind of what everyone thinks of when they hear career tech ed.
What type of student should come to the Career Center?
It's a difficult question because there is a past kind of pervasive thought that students who are non-college bound should come to Career Center. We have worked for a long time to get rid of that idea because students who take a career tech program are actually more likely to continue with their education than someone who does a traditional high school experience. And so I would say any student can come to the Career Center. I think it's a fabulous place to do some career exploration. When I was in college, I changed my major 4 times. That is not the place to be figuring out what you want to do for a living because it's expensive there. If they do it during high school and they kind of explore some ideas, some areas they think they're interested in, even if they come out here and take a program that they decide, that's totally not for me, it was a fabulous experience because now they know they can eliminate that pathway for themselves and they can focus on something else.
It's kind of like a try it before you buy it
Absolutely.
type of thing. And we're coming to you right now at the Career Center in the digital arts classroom, which I'm also the instructor of. And we decided that we'd do it on site here, and we're giving the students an opportunity to see how a program is put together. You mentioned a little bit about you changed your career path. Let's go back to Shannon as a 10th grader.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let's go way back. What was your career path at that time? Because we talked a little bit about the try it before you buy it thing and that you did make changes. But Shannon as a 10th grader, what was your career path at that time?
So for as long as I can remember, my goal was to eventually become a lawyer. That was my plan from elementary school. And I started college. And so just as an aside, my high school counselors never offered me Career Center as an option because I was a college-bound student. And so I didn't even know, and where I went to high school, my Career Center would have been Kent Career Technical Center. They have way more programs than we have.
Right.
So there were a lot of options there for me. But because I was college-bound, that was not even offered as an option.
We hope you're enjoying our podcast, and we'll be back after we thank our sponsors. West Michigan Technology and Design Solutions, your IT and web hosting experts. westmichiganhelpdesk.com. And DW Video, your source for video production, websites, and your local videotape, slides, and 8mm film transfer specialist. dwvideo.com. Now, back to our interview.
And so I started college with the idea that I was going to be an attorney. But life changes happen. Met my husband, decided I didn't want to be in school for that long because, you have your regular college 4-year degree and then law school on top of that, and it was just going to be a lot. And so that was the first change in my major. Decided I was really interested in something in business, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to focus on. So tried out accounting. I made it to an income tax accounting class and decided, accounting not really my thing either. And so I landed in general marketing at first, and then I specified, and my degree actually focused in food marketing. But my degree is a bachelor's in business administration. So it's kind of an overarching umbrella type degree. So I did end up with just a general business, which has been very useful in my following careers, because even after I graduated, I didn't stick with, I mean, obviously I'm in education now, so I didn't stick with what my plan was when I got my bachelor's anyway, so.
But it's okay to change.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter at what age. I know I
Yep.
went into electronics, and after my first year decided I didn't want to be working on televisions and radios, and I looked into the Ferris program, and they had a media program. So I got into that and went, oh, I really like this. But I spent 1 year. Now that electronics has helped me in other things in the future, which I'm sure in your case,
Absolutely.
it's all kind of gels together. But you know, it's okay to change even when you get older. You know, so the students that are coming through here, and I've only been here for 3 years, since 2020, I've already seen students in other programs take it just because they wanted to know how to do plumbing and electrical
Right.
into construction.
Yep.
They're going into something totally different, or they're in automotive because they want to work on their cars.
Yep.
You know, they could be in digital arts because they just like to do photography and that, but they're going to go off and do something else.
Absolutely.
It's perfectly okay, but it does give them a step into that next direction.
Yep.
What would you say the number one benefit of coming to the Career Center would be for a student? And our marketing really is aimed at like 10th graders.
Yes.
You know, getting 10th graders involved in what is here. But what do you think the number one benefit to coming to a Career Center would be?
I would say it's exactly what we've been talking about. You know, having an opportunity to try some things out. I'm all about job shadowing and those types of things too, but if you follow someone in their career for one day, I don't know that you necessarily get a good sense of what that career path is. So, and in addition, when you're in the programs out here, health, for example, a lot of students know about the general careers that are involved in health, doctor, nurse, you know, even maybe the certified nurse's assistant. You know, they might be able to name x-ray tech, a few of those. There are hundreds of jobs in the health field. And so that's another benefit of coming out here. You can try some things, but in addition to that, you learn about maybe there's a career in the health pathway that you didn't even know existed. And once you learn about it, you think, oh, maybe that's exactly what I want to do. Because there are people that come to our health program and find out that patient care is not really their cup of tea, but maybe they like the business side of the health industry. So maybe they want to work in health administration or health, you know, be in the reception office part of the health system. So there are a lot of areas that they learn about while they're out here that they may have never even known were an option or were a career field.
That concludes part one with Shannon Tripp from the Montcalm Area Career Center. Next week, we'll touch on all the programs that are available at the Montcalm Area Career Center. Thank you for tuning in.
Connect and subscribe to Discover Montcalm Podcast at discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Discover Montcalm Podcast. To be featured in an upcoming show, contact Dwayne at 231-250-9624. Remember to subscribe at discovermontcalmpodcast.com.